My mother has always warned me while growing up, like, be careful. Don't give any girl, don't make her pregnant, eh? Immediately the girl is pregnant, just know that that day you become a father from that day. So automatically she was telling me already, if I make any girl pregnant, I should just forget abortion.
Okay.
You understand? So of course we know. So I'm just like, because sometimes we don't know a life that is coming into life. It's not good to just cut it short, whichever the circumstances. I will not support that, you know.
Okay.
It's always to give the child a chance.
Hello everyone, you're welcome back on today's episode on Triple T. We'll be talking about teenage pregnancies. What are the causes, what are the circumstances, and what are the reasons there is a lot of teenage pregnancies? And today in the studio, I have amazing people with me. The person of Becky Sharp, the person of Bros Efosa, and the person of Mama Rose. And today we'll be deliberating on this topic. Sit back and enjoy. Hello, Becky Sharp. You're welcome to the studio.
Hey, hello.
How are you feeling?
I'm okay.
That's great. And Bros Efosa?
Happy to be here.
It's a privilege to be among you beautiful ladies today.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you very much.
Mama Ruth, how are you feeling?
Oh, I'm good.
You're ready for the topic?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Let's
Like
dive
we
in.
know, we'll be talking about teenage pregnancies. There is a lot of teenage pregnancies. It started a long time ago, and in this current time and age, it's still happening.
Yeah.
Recently, there was a rampage on this topic because King Mishi on Instagram brought this to the social media space.
Mm.
You know, I saw 13 years old, 12 years old being pregnant and not knowing the father. And then if I can remember, I lost count at 15 young girls who were pregnant, living in the street. No parents to guide them or to lead them, you know, and the father of their unborn children is not in face to see. So this made me question myself, like, what's going on? Why are there so much teenage pregnancies? So I decided to have this as a topic, and I thought about the people I can share this topic with, and you guys came across my mind.
Yeah.
Because like we are sitting here, we are mothers and father to a girl child.
Yeah.
And my daughter is a teenager, and I wouldn't want to be in this situation where I will be lost for words. So what's your take on this topic, Becky Sharp?
The thing is, I think, first of all, it's about awareness. You know, a lot of people are not aware. For example, do you know people give out their children, like their young girls, even like out for marriage to way older men, you know? And apart from that, there are young girls who also get raped, you know? And also, I think what causes this the most is, I don't know, I would say poverty. It's not always poverty, but mostly it's also like poverty, you know, like these men, they have money, they give the parents, you know, money, and the parents just want to push their young children to them, and like that, without their consent, of course. And no matter how you see it, I think it's not good either way, because everyone should have like a consent, especially when, imagine a 12 years old, 13 years old, getting pregnant, even 10 years old.
Correct.
Like you made mention of King Misha's page on Instagram.
Yeah.
I saw one girl, she says she's in primary 6 and she's pregnant. She's almost due. Like, who would get this little girl pregnant? Like, I don't know. This is a child.
True. From what you said,
Yeah.
I listened, but I just wanted to ask a question before I move to the next person. You stated young girls being married off or given out because
Yes.
of poverty.
Yeah.
But what I did not hear you say is the fact that sometimes poverty is not the problem.
That's why I said awareness.
Yeah.
Awareness.
As a parent, are they not aware that a young kid is not supposed to be married
They
at 10?
are, but the thing is, if let's say, if, for example, I'll use myself for example. If my mom, for example, she got married at the age of 15,
Yeah.
and this is something they are used to. It's like a routine, you know? It happens over and over, and just imagine at that time, she's not aware, or the friends she keeps, or nobody, like, she doesn't hear about this topic. Like, people don't talk about it, like it's a bad thing or something. For example, I will make an example. For example, then if a man and a woman, they have quarrels in their relationship or in their marriage, and the woman goes, like, she pack her things to her parents' house, they always drive her back. They say, go back to your husband's place, even if she kills you, even if he kills you, go back. You get, I would say awareness, because that's their way of doing things.
Thank you very much.
That's what she knows.
Yeah. Okay. I'll get back to you.
Yeah.
Mr. Efosa, what's your take on this topic?
Actually, it's still very, very, will I say, annoying right at this age. But the truth is, there's nothing we're going to do about it. You know, even my sister was talking about awareness. You know? A lot of these things, it's on the internet. You know, this social media space.
Yeah.
It gets to the deepest that you wouldn't expect it gets to.
True.
You know? And what I still find funny is the culture and countries that still practice it. We're talking about Nigeria, but there are other countries outside Nigeria, whether in Europe, North America, North Africa, you know, Sub-Saharan, and so many places. It happens that it's a cultural thing that they ought to give the female children at the age of 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 for marriage. Poverty is also one factor, but culture, as in cultural stance, is also another factor. I was just watching, I think a few weeks ago, when in the Parliament of the Colombia, they were celebrating that they have to put a stop to early child marriage. You understand? So we still practice these things.
Oh, sorry to cut you short.
Yeah.
When we are discussing about teenage pregnancy,
Yes,
we're not discussing about the one that was married out, though it's not good. We're talking about the young girls, like from 12, 13.
I will come to that place.
Who get
I understand.
pregnant.
I understand the question very well.
Okay.
I will come to that place.
Okay, please.
I'm talking about the whole world first before I come back to Nigeria, based on the video I saw from the Michi.
Yeah.
You understand? So a child that is married already at the age of 15, what do you expect? She's going to get pregnant.
True.
Yeah. So the thing is, we should first talk about stopping the child marriage, like most especially the female children, because they are the one that they put out for marriage very early. And then you find out that the people that are getting married to these guys, they are in their late 20s, 30s, 40s. You understand? A child, giving birth to a child. Does this sound good?
Would you agree that it's greed from the parents?
I said something when I started that culture. Some people, it's a cultural thing.
But would you agree that it's greed?
For some family, it is. And for some, they just like, let's just dance and follow the culture because it's cultural thing.
Okay, if you say it's cultural thing, there are some cultural stuff that requires that mutilation of a girl child.
Yes.
And there are some cultural that also says cultural stance that says until a girl child is pregnant before you mutilate her.
Yes.
So if we are all going to use cultural stance as an excuse for people being greedy, because it has nothing to do with culture.
Some
it has
places,
a lot
yes,
to do
it
with,
is.
It was somebody who was greedy that placed that as a culture. It was.
I really can't tell, because for some people, they'll tell you their forefathers, their ancestors, they've been doing it. They really don't know how it came to place, but they just followed.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's greed. Because
I really cannot tell from the perspective of the person who started it or who founded it.
That's true.
We know there are religion. I really don't want to mention names.
Yeah,
that's outside religion.
Yeah.
There are places, even in the country I'm from. I'm a Nigerian from Nigeria.
Yeah.
We know that there are some tribes that can easily give their female children, even as at young as 9 years, out for marriage.
Yeah, they are Usas.
I don't want to mention names. You understand?
Okay. No, so, there is nothing you can say here. You can say everything.
That aside, let me come to the Michi video. When I watched the video, I was in shock. The first thing that went through my mind, two things was, where are their parents? Because one said she's living alone. She never knew the boy was in her house. I guess she was drunk already, actually. So that's why she was not aware of her surroundings.
Yeah.
You know, she's living alone at the age of 16 or 15, living alone.
There was a 13 one that was living in the
See, let me
streets.
tell you, my elder sister, when she was living in the house, when she was, I think she was 26 or so, or even 27, she said she wanted to go rent a house. My mother said, you are not living this house. If you are getting married, your husband must marry you from this house. That was how my elder sister got married. From the family house. We were living together. We were not wealthy. We were not rich. We were so many people living in 2 rooms. My mother said, even if we are living in 1 room, you will stay here because it puts value on you. You understand? Why is she living alone at 15? Where are her parents? Okay, where are our words, the people that ought to take care of her? I know sometimes we blame the parents, but the children also, they choose to be stubborn and then they decide to leave the house. It's also another thing.
At 13.
And then that is where the government comes in. What are they doing about it?
Okay.
They might be pregnant not because they were having boyfriends. Sometimes they might get raped
That's true.
and then they become pregnant. You know, there are so many things surrounding early pregnancy in female children. But sometimes we just look at, oh, they are pregnant. The next thing that goes through everybody's mind, oh, she's a sport girl. Who knows if she was raped?
That's correct. Thank you very much. And I'll get back to you
No
soon
problem.
enough.
Thank you.
Mama Ruth, I would like to hear from you.
What was the question again, please?
It's about teenage pregnancies. Why is it so much that children from the range of 11 up until 15 who are supposed to still be in school or being under the guidance of a guardian or their parents being pregnant, and it's so rampant these days. So that's the question.
Okay. So I'm going to add to what the both of them said. First of all, when you look in Africa, especially in Africa, not only in Nigeria, in Nigeria, Sierra Leone, Congo, you name it, you go on the internet, like every day you will see different videos of girls underage that are pregnant. And truly for me, it breaks my heart. Sometimes I will be tearing and my daughter will be like, why are you crying? I will just be like, oh, I see something that makes me sad, you know? So as someone that gets pregnant in an early age, it's not something I'm happy about. But most of the time, I think sometimes the parents fail the children. That's one. And secondly, sometimes the children are stubborn. And thirdly, just like Bros said, sometimes they are raped. And sometimes, most of the time, it happens by family members. And even if they complain to the parents will ignore it. They will not take legal action. They will just ignore it. They will be like, oh, it's not true. We don't believe you. And sometimes those are the things too that push some of the girls to go to the streets. And then maybe, for example, when they go to the streets, they will meet a nice brother. Like they will meet a nice brother that is pretending that he like them, taking care of them. But at the end of the day, the things he is doing, it will not go for free. And that's how most of the time they end up getting pregnant. And then later, if you are asking them, where is the person responsible for the pregnancy? They are nowhere to be found. And thirdly, the government, especially the African government, they have to interact like with those NGO to put a solution to it. Just like you people previous mentioned, the girl King Michi. She's doing a great job. But just imagine if the government back her up, the amount of girl children that she will save, you know? So that's my own opinion.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And now we've all stated the problems and what we think is the problem. But now I want to ask this. From a girl child who is raped and still under the guidance of their parents, is it safe to say immediately that the parents found out that she was pregnant, they could have opted for abortion? Anybody can take the question.
I will take that question. Okay. First of all, it depends to the type of family she came from. I'm gonna use myself as an example. So, like 11 years ago, when I found out I was pregnant, I was already like 6 months. Okay. The first thing my grandmother told me when I called her, she suggested abortion. But my father is a pastor, and a lot of people don't know that. And my father was like, no. Even though he was mad, he told me, you are going to have that baby. You understand me? So it depends from the family. Some family are against abortion.
Yeah.
And especially if that child is underage, she's in no place to make a decision.
Of
Yeah.
course.
Once the mother said you are going to keep it, so will it be.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
You're
And anybody
Yeah,
else? to
but
say
for
something?
me, I know it's not something we pray happens to our children and close ones, relatives, close friends and all. But if it comes like that, it's better to keep the child. That's my own opinion towards it. I'll let them keep the child,
Okay.
Not just because I will let it. It's against my religion. You understand? So my mother has always warned me while growing up, like, be careful. Don't give any girl, don't make her pregnant, eh? Immediately the girl is pregnant, just know that that day you become a father from that day. So automatically she was telling me already, if I make any girl pregnant, I should just forget abortion.
Okay.
You understand? So of course we know. So I was just like, because sometimes we don't know a life that is coming into life. It's not good to just cut it short, whichever the circumstances. I wouldn't support that,
Okay.
It's always to give the child a chance. Who
Oh,
knows?
your child or the child that is about to become your grandchild?
No, the child that is about to be.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what now happens to your own child?
What happens? She's still my child. If she's raped, will I say I would chase her?
No, of course not. We're not talking about
Yeah.
the raping now. We're
Yeah.
talking about the pregnancy.
Of course, whichever way the pregnancy comes, she's my child.
Okay.
She made mistake already. She made mistake. The only thing is to lecture her more, to caution her, so that the younger ones, if there are younger ones, should not follow the step. Let her know where she made it wrong, and then she try to improve.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Becky Sharp.
Yeah. Before I will chip in, I would like to ask him a question.
Yeah, please go.
According to what you just said,
Yeah.
do you think if you were in Africa,
Yeah.
if you were still in Africa, you didn't travel,
Yes.
would you still have this mentality like if your child gets pregnant,
Yes,
you
I
just
will.
accept her?
You see, of course I will. Do you know the only mentality that doesn't change? It's about when it comes to a same-sex issue. Not to talk about that. You understand?
Yeah, of
For me, Africa or Europe or wherever, it changes nothing.
Of course.
You understand? There are things that not because of the environment I am changes me. I'm very direct.
Oh.
that's
My wife. I'm
Yeah.
very direct when I'm talking to her. I don't twist anything. Environment does not change me. I change the environment.
That's
Wow, I
So
like
that's
that.
just it.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
good. Yeah. Just my own opinion. I
Let's hear
think
it.
I support both. Okay. In as much as abortion is not good,
Yeah.
but there are situations whereby these girls they got raped by a family member. Yeah. There's some young girls that got raped by their uncles,
Of course.
even their brothers, even some their fathers. So just imagine you as a mom or a dad, you found out and you really know who is responsible for that pregnancy. Would you keep it? Would you say keep it? Like,
Are you asking us or you were about to give us an answer?
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not like it's a question, but just think about it inside you. Like, is this what I would like? How will you see that child? Like, how will you face that child? Like,
Becky
what will you
Sharp.
say to this child?
Please,
So,
your answer.
yeah. So, my answer is I support both.
Okay.
I support both.
Okay, then I will ask you a question then.
Yeah.
You said no, that abortion is good. What is bad about abortion?
What is bad about it is the religion.
But religion is not going to be there for you when you bring a child into this life. Can I finish? When you bring
Okay.
a child into this life, when there is no support, there is no help from nobody, it's going to be you with your postpartum stress, your depression. You're trying to feed that child. Maybe you being disowned by your family.
I get
It's going to
you.
be you and that child alone.
I get you.
So religion plays a role because people wants to be in power and dictate for people.
Yeah.
When you're not ready and you're raped, listen, you are not ready. Even if you're not raped, of course you could have taken precautions if you're not ready to have a child.
I beg to differ, but
Okay.
we are talking about a young girl,
Yeah.
Cannot make
a
decision.
child.
Yeah.
How, like a child, how, okay, growing up, I know I can't make that decision, for
Yeah.
example, to go get an abortion
Of
all
course
by
not.
myself.
Mhm.
They have to be like,
Somebody who do it for you.
Yes.
Now I'm talking to the parents.
yes.
Don't forget we are talking as a parent.
Yeah, okay.
Now I'm
Mhm.
talking to a parent.
Okay.
So it's going to be that child alone. Because let's have it. Parents are going to say, keep it. which 99% of the time they don't say keep it. It's only the deaconess, the deacon, the ones that want to save face. You know, in the church, then when you're pregnant out of wedlock, you're not even smelling the door of the church. You remember? You guys remember?
Yeah.
They're not smelling the door of the church because all of a sudden you're a sinner.
Yeah.
They don't want your sin to rub on them. So now here is the question. Because people don't get to think about this part for that child. Because then you have to either pretend that you're not pregnant or face the mockery from the people because you're pregnant. And then you have to now hear the frustration from your parents, especially because they are not well to do. They don't have money to cater for you. And still, these parents, all in the name of following religion or tradition, wants you to keep this child. And most of the time, indoors, you're being treated like an outcast. So this now is the question to the teenage girl, the 13 years old, who cannot express how she is feeling, who cannot say what she wants, who cannot even say, you know what, I really don't want to keep this pregnancy. I really don't want to be a mommy. You know, I'm still a child. I still have to live my life. So now is the question to you as an adult, as a mama. What is wrong with an abortion?
Nothing. Really, nothing. If it's safe, of course,
A proper clinic.
Yes, if it's safe, of course, you're gonna get consultation and things like that. If it's safe, it's okay.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Rifle, sir, please. I know it's what you said it's your belief
Of
and
course,
it's
yeah.
against your religion or something
Outside
like that.
belief or religion,
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to. It's not something I want. You
You
know?
rather want to lose your daughter's mental health over a grandbaby you have not met?
Listen, sometimes at the early stage, it might be stressful. We know. But when the child is growing, you get to be very happy you keep the child.
As an adult, you're speaking.
Wait, whether adult or not, it starts from there.
As
Because
a teenager, you will not speak like that.
See, of course, as a teenager, I might not speak like that. But the truth of the matter is, if you want to keep the child, you definitely keep the child. Not
True.
because, like, the mental health of your child. Of course, we know whether the child commits an abortion, it's still going to, like, there's something that left the child, you know? She's still going to have it. It's even worse because when she grows older, she's like, I wish I knew I would have kept the child, you know? It keeps
Not
coming.
every child will say
Can
that.
I ask a question?
Yes, please. You're always...
So
you're
even
always-
if this pregnancy is from someone you are related to,
Like
for example,
your
just
cousin.
like what I said before, like if she
I
raped by-
have one like that in my family.
Yeah.
Yeah, not very far family. In my family, I have one like that. You understand? But the thing is, a lot of people outside might not know. You understand? But we know. But there's nothing we can do about it.
So let me get it.
Yeah.
Let's say maybe it's between brothers. Like now
Yes.
your father. Sorry, I'm making just any
just
reference. Okay.
Yeah.
Your father and his brother.
Yes.
Then the brother to your father
Like,
now
for
raped.
instance, let me put it this way, clear
Yeah,
to you.
okay.
For instance, my father now,
Yeah.
who is an uncle too,
Yeah.
like that.
So then your father's is your uncle's
Son. But have like
so
that. So
cousins,
something like
but
that.
daddy.
Something like that.
Your
But the thing is, we are seeing it.
Yeah.
You see, when I started from the beginning, I
Yeah.
talked about culture. You know, around the world, there are places they do these things.
yeah.
Cousin marriage.
Yeah.
It's visible. It's everywhere. Go online, you see it. Even they will tell you the person I got married to. I have colleagues like that also. They tell you the person I got married to, she's my cousin. We want the wealth to be in the family. We don't want to- Come on now. Go online, go and look for it. I just don't want to mention countries. I can tell you countries. Not one, not two, not three, not four.
Okay, if you
understand?
don't mind, can you please give us one or two?
In my mind, I've said it.
So I avoid that
Yes,
country.
we should forget the countries. Let me come me.
Okay.
You see, if anything happen, it always happen by mistake. It is not. Sometimes it is planned. Sometimes not planned.
There is nothing like mistake
No,
except you
no.
were raped.
Yes, that's why I said sometimes it happens by mistake. If you are raped, it's a mistake. You
It's
understand?
not a mistake. It was a
It
violence.
It is
that
not
was
intentional. Okay, let me put it that way. It's not intentional. for the girls' parts.
Okay.
Not even all cells people even think will lead to pregnancy.
Please.
But
please
for the
spare me
fact
that
that for the fact that you know, for the fact that you know you want to have sex,
Yeah.
you should expect it anytime.
Of course, exactly.
Yeah, you should
so there is
expect
nothing
it.
like not, of course.
No. Sometimes I know what I'm talking
Oh,
about.
maybe you were sleeping and you didn't know when you knocked out.
I even know a virgin who got pregnant just the first
That was
time.
Mary. Mary,
see,
mother of Jesus
see,
Christ.
the reason why I'm saying it, you know, being a boy child that grew up in the street, you know, I have a lot of friends.
Mhm.
You know, sometimes some people will tell you their joystick is not working.
Yeah.
You understand?
Mhm.
So they think on their own, maybe because of one illness or whatever, but along the line, when they, you know, and then pregnancy comes, and whenever the girl comes back to tell them, they will just say, I cannot make a girl pregnant, you know?
Oh, they prescribe to themselves that.
Yes.
Oh,
you understand?
okay.
So like that, that's why I put something like that, because I had some friends also like that while growing up. Like,
well, it was not a mistake because
that
he
one is not a
believed in his
mistake.
delusion.
Yeah, that was an
Then
illusional
something like
belief.
that happened.
So, but as I was saying, if it happens, it happens. The only time that is very stressful, me, I'm one person, despite not wanting to have a lot of children, I love children a lot.
Oh.
I love children. You understand? I might be a bit strict
You have
with
3?
children. I have 3 girls already.
Beautiful.
You understand? So I might be strict with children, but I'm one person, I love children.
Hmm.
I don't know if because I'm the last child, that's why, but I totally love
Last
children.
baby syndrome.
You understand? So in my church, I play with almost all the children in my church. Everywhere I go, I play with children. That's just something you can't take from me. So we look at the early stage. It is very traumatizing, let me put it that way. But when the child is a bit 5 years, 6 years, 7 years and growing like that, you know, it's a bit fun, eh? I know some...
For you as a grandparent, please,
See, of course, for me as a grandparent, I know people that their grandparents are disturbing. When are you going to have grandchildren? When are they going to have grandchildren?
Thank you. 1 minute, I'll come back to you. Mama
Yes,
Ruth,
please. Yeah.
like you said, you are one who had a teenage pregnancy. Please, because Brian Fosa is trying to burst my bubble, but I want to relate with you because even, I think, how old were you?
16.
16, okay? You were almost 2 years before you become an adult, even though you're not fully an adult. When you found out that you were pregnant, you said it was 6 months already. So 3 months before you gave birth. So how was it for you, my love?
First of all, it was school. I was schooling. I was in secondary school, high school. And then the school was willing to borrow us money, like 500 euro. Because the time for me to remove the pregnancy in Belgium was already past.
Yeah.
So they find a clinic for us in Holland. But then our director of the school was like, we need to inform one of your parents. And my father is a very strict and hard man. But my stepmother, she is white. And me and her, if you see us, you would think that we are age mates. So I called her. When she came to the school, she thought maybe I fight because I used to fight always at school. Then I was like, no, in this time it's a different situation. Then I told her I'm pregnant. And the first question she asked me was like, how many months? Because the day we just came back from the abortion clinic in Belgium. And then even there, they was not sure how many months I was, but they just tell me like it's 6 months already. So I told her that it's 6 months already. And immediately what she tell me, you will give birth if you don't want the baby. You give the baby to me. And then, but I was more afraid of my father. You understand me? Then I was like, what will my father say? And then she was like, yeah, your father is going to be mad, but don't worry. Whatever the situation will be, we are going to tackle it. Then I was like, okay. So we came home. Before even I came upstairs, because we used to live on the 3rd floor. Before I came upstairs, my father was shouting already. He told me that the Holy Spirit has told me you are pregnant. Directly. So I came home and my father, because I came from a very large family, he started calling everybody in England, in America, in Greece, in Australia, and call my grandmother like, you spoil Esther, now she's pregnant, she's this, she's that. And my grandmother suggests abortion. And truly, at the time, me too, I wanted it. But looking back now, if I would have done it, I would have regretted it.
You see what I was saying?
Because
But
my
not
daughter...
from a family member.
No, aside family member or not, it was an open question, not only on the side of the family member, but it was an open question. Of course, it was an open question. Yeah, it was an open question.
Yes.
Yeah. Please continue there.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No problem. No problem. So as I was saying, if I would have done it, I would have regretted it, because now when I look at my daughter, she's my best friend. We talk, we laugh. She's like, most of the time when I'm working with her, people think that she's my little sister, you know, because I give back so early.
Yeah.
So coming back to the topic of abortion, I'm gonna say, because of what I went through, if it ever happened to my daughter, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna terminate the pregnancy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I made a lot of sacrifice, even though I have my parents here, but I made a lot of sacrifice.
That was what I was going to ask. Was it cool because your
No.
stepmom...
May I have a question for her?
Okay, you come. I was
Yeah.
going to ask, was it cool because you said it was cool, and also your stepmom was willing to take this child and care for this child if you don't want the child. So because you said, looking back now, you're glad. Of course, I have met Ruth. She's such a sweet soul.
Of course.
Yeah, she's a sweet baby girl. So now that you said this, if God forbid it happens to Ruth, you're going to terminate it. So I got my answer already, because then it was not an easy route.
Yes,
It was bumpy.
It was not easy because my father,
Yeah.
like, I become the black sheep of the family.
Yeah.
An outcast,
Even yes. Even when I go to the church, I was not allowed to read Bible. Sorry, I'm getting a bit emotional.
Oh, that's okay.
Okay. Oh,
It's okay.
We will just let him.
Yeah.
He wanted to ask her a
Continue.
question.
All right.
Yeah.
Though,
Can you answer a
let me
question?
reserve your question first.
Yeah.
Because it's a bit
Oh my God.
emotional. Yeah. You see, sometimes we just think, oh, the child or the person in question. A lot of times, the family might decide and say, oh, they should abort the pregnancy. And maybe the girl also, she wants to keep the child.
Yeah. But the thing is, when we say teenager,
Yeah.
teenagers cannot decide what to do.
No, we know, but that's what I'm saying. Sometimes she cannot decide, and the
Yeah.
family decides to remove the pregnancy, to terminate it.
Yeah.
And the girl, inside her or in her own thinking, she wants to keep the
How
pregnancy.
can a jobless woman want to keep a
Yeah.
baby?
Yeah, but depend. See,
No, see, you know, sometimes
it's a bit
I
difficult.
understand,
know.
but sometimes it might be the bubbles in their head.
Yeah.
As a teenager, you
Yeah.
think you can play, because you play mommy and daddy a lot, you think
Yeah.
you can take up on this role.
Yeah.
Raising a child is not easy.
Can I quickly say this?
Please.
Just yesterday,
Yeah.
I was just on Facebook.
Yeah.
Do you know what someone shared on Threads?
Yeah.
She said she's 22.
Yeah.
All her friends, they are married already and having children.
At 22.
22. She said, God, this year will not pass me by. That was what I said also last year. And some years ago, I've been saying it. To my greatest
At
surprise.
22?
Yes, there's no. I saved it it's on my other phone. I saved it. Said, there's no boy coming to me to talk to me, not to even say, plan a wedding with me. God, please, don't let this year pass me by.
Oh, okay.
Just imagine.
But can I say something?
Yes, please.
Don't you think it's peer pressure?
Because see, yes, of course it is.
Yeah.
It is. I can really succumb to that. It is peer pressure. You know, a lot of times in life, you see, we fail to educate our female children, most especially in Africa.
That's
Yeah.
true. That's true.
I will use my mom as
That's
an
where I was
example.
going
You see,
to
my
next.
mother, though it's a bit long, you know, at times it's long already. She wanted to go to school.
Oh.
Yeah. My mother was clever and brilliant. Being the first child from the father, just the very first, my grandfather said he will not sponsor any of his female children to school. My mother went to primary 6 and then she left primary 6. My grandfather said that was the highest for him to do for her, because she will not sponsor her to university to grade whatever then, and then she will take the certificate to go and marry and take to her husband's house. Yes, my mother, because I personally asked her, you were brilliant, smart and all. Why did you not go to school? She told me everything.
Oh,
You understand? And the younger brother, their father was wanting to go to school. That one said he was not going.
Wow.
You see?
The coconut
And there's-
You understand?
Yeah.
He said he was not going. That one, even till today, is still saying that he regretted not going to school. And my mother is crying that she regretted that her father did not put her in school. You understand? You see, that's how it is. A lot of families today, they will tell you, female child, we will not train her in school, because when she gets married, just now, everything will go to the husband's house. See, we need a lot of awareness, not just only awareness about pregnancy, but to teach these children what life. A lot of people here in this Western world, America and so many places, tell them, I tell you, by 25, they'll tell you they are career women. If they want to get married and start having children, maybe from 29, 30.
Some will tell you marriage is not in their planning.
Some will even tell you no.
Yeah.
Do you understand? I know it's a bit of a. You can decide whatever you want to decide. That's personal decision, you know.
Yeah.
But sometimes we should lecture them, because if the girl talking 22, if she's having a good people around her, telling her what life is, by 22, 21, 2018, because she, according to what she wrote today, typed today, like she's been praying for years.
Okay.
You know, this peer pressure, it's causing a lot of things, eh? You will see that Michi video. You'll be surprised. One was pregnant, two mistakenly three. The other one say, I'm my friends, they are pregnant already. I need to get Bele also now.
Okay, yeah, back to Michi.
Yeah.
Now, my question to you guys is...
Please, I still have a question from Mama Ruth.
Okay, you can
now?
ask me. I'm okay,
Okay, go
now.
for
I'm
it.
okay.
Mama Ruth, please let me
Yes.
come back to your question. Please
Yes.
don't be emotional this time, because
No,
it might be also
I
emotional.
promise.
So, see, you said if your daughter, God forbid, you know, God forbid, nature forbid, Allah for anything you believe in. Yeah. If she's pregnant at an early stage, you let her terminate the child, right?
Yes.
Do you think it's wise to do? And maybe later, when she's an adult, just as you said just now, she's regretting it, she will put the blame on you. Do you think you are open to...
I will accept the blame.
Okay.
Oh, I love you,
I will
Mama.
accept the blame.
Yeah.
One thing I always said, I don't want none of my children
Yeah.
to pass through the struggle
This-
I passed through.
Mhm.
You understand me?
Mhm.
Having her, I need to give up a lot of things.
Yeah.
At the time I had her, I was studying.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But I need to cancel. I need to stop.
Mhm.
It's back then, this year, January, that I returned back to school.
Yeah.
You understand me?
Mhm.
So for me, because of what I've been through,
Yeah.
there is no way if any child of mine tell me that she's pregnant,
Mhm.
I'm gonna at a teenage,
Mhm.
I'm gonna tell her make the baby. No.
Okay. Good. What if on her own? Pregnancy, because for you now, most especially, it was like, because you were pregnant, you could not go to school. So that was the major thing, like...
And don't forget, she
No,
was
because
already
she
in
was-
Belgium.
Of course, I know she
I
was in Belgium.
I know she
I
was
was
gone,
going, but
I know-
it
I know
was
she was
not.
in-
I was. No, wait.
Yeah.
Let me explain myself. I was going, but it was not easy, and my
Yeah.
father was not taking care of me. I have to pay everything for myself
Yeah.
and for my daughter.
Yeah. I
At
understand.
16.
At
I-
16.
Yes, I understand.
Yes.
I understand. So what I'm trying to say is, most especially now, what you said you gave up, like, was most especially the education aspect of it.
And
Because
herself.
Yeah.
I'm coming. Don't be in a hurry. I don't know how the pregnancy came. So it's personality. I don't want to go deep.
No,
into
wait,
it.
wait.
No,
I was
no.
young. He was young.
Yeah,
That's
so
just
I don't want
it.
to go
Yes.
deep, because we said something earlier just now. If you know you have sex, or you don't want to have early pregnancy, to become pregnant very
You
early at the
prevent
early
it.
stage, you understand, you prevent all these things. It's either you use prevention or condom
Just
or whatsoever,
prevent it.
or better still, don't do it.
You can't say don't do it.
Yeah,
when
you can also say-
she's having her hormones flying
Yeah.
everywhere.
You can also say, don't do it.
No, I'm not
Puberty.
restricting a 60 years old from
Yeah.
doing what she's already feeling.
Mm.
Like, I understand. I know in our time, nobody gave us this guideline.
It's true.
That's
You
the
know,
thing.
exactly.
Yeah. So that's
They tell you
what I'm
don't,
saying.
they tell you don't
You
do it.
understand
me.
And then peradventure, don't is do
It's
for a
true.
lot of
Of
the
course.
And
teenagers.
the more they tell you don't do it,
The more you want to do it.
you
And
want
then
to
your
do it.
hormones
Yeah.
are
That's what you
flying
want to do. Yeah.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Yes.
Puberty,
And
yeah.
then you're ovulating.
Yeah.
And then you're asking,
Anyway.
what kind of feeling is this?
Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe-
And then somebody just put something in
Yeah.
there. The feeling just grabs
You like
immediately.
it.
And you
Yeah.
know
You like
the
it.
most annoying thing, eh?
Was annoying. Just
No, the annoying thing is when the guy or the man drops it there,
Yeah.
he will just walk out, you go continue your life.
Exactly.
And you know how
Yeah.
first love is for
Yeah.
for young
And
people.
he was my first love.
You
Yeah,
see,
of course.
no,
And-
you
and the
want
thing
to
is,
give everything.
Yeah,
you
He
want
will
to
not
show
even be.
yourself.
He will not even be in the picture anymore. You will not see him.
Yeah.
Okay, so this now brings me to my next
Yeah.
question,
Yes, yes.
which is a lot of teenagers that I saw on King Mish's page,
Yeah.
they were living in the streets. Where are the parents of these teenagers?
I
Because
said
a
it.
lot of them still have parents, huh?
Yes.
You hear them say, my mom is at home, my mom is selling at this place, or what is an 11 years old doing in the streets of Lagos? All by herself.
Our sister said something from the beginning. Poverty.
Yes.
Poverty.
Yes. See, let me tell you.
Hey,
See,
Bros, Efosa, 1 minute.
there.
But wait,
Poverty made you make a baby and raise her up until she was 11 and put her in the street.
It might shock you that girl even left home before 11.
Then why keep the baby then?
Because she doesn't know.
No, I mean the parents. Why keep the baby?
No. See, a lot of people, in Africa, let me say Nigeria,
Just
if you've had opportunity to talk to some people that are not, you know, let me not use the word poor, like that are not
where to do.
They will tell you, we just make the baby, we don't know the one will come be our Obama
president
inside.
tomorrow.
Yes.
Yeah, I understand that
You
from
understand?
like my grandmother's time.
No, that time
I
is
would
even
want to
better.
understand that. You know, from our age mates, let's be honest here, you've grown.
I know.
You were born and raised in poverty.
Yes.
And then you are now grown. All of a sudden, you didn't find a means to be a better person for yourself and for your future.
See,
and you want to make a baby in poverty?
Yes, the Messiah. They will tell you the Messiah will still come from that baby. They still have that same mentality. Even our grandparents, our grandparents then, they were not even having this mentality of someone to come and rescue them. They were making these babies because they needed people that will help them to work in farms so that they will not pay money to take farmers, workers. That was why they were making a lot of babies. You see this generation, past generation, the one coming and all. Others ones, the Messiah will come, and they'll tell you, this one will be your coach, the other one will be Finidi the West, the other one will be Justin Bieber, the other one will be, of course, if you hear them talking.
They even have whiskey that David already.
Yes, if you hear them talking. You see, sometimes I ask myself, why is it that rich people, most of them, they just have 1, 2 children, and then the poor people, they give birth a lot. That's their mentality, because their Messiah will come from there.
Yeah, then this brings me to, it's not a cultural thing then, because these rich people also, they belong to this culture, right?
Yes.
But they know very well how expensive it is to raise children. And they decide to say, you know what, I know my pockets. And I'm going to live according to my means. Then what is stopping a poor man that also was raised in the same culture? Because we are sticking to culture now. What is stopping a poor man to think like that?
That's the same question we asked ourselves for a very long time.
I think it's greed. Because, for example, let's take Belgium, for example. If you are walking in the streets, especially in the streets of Ghent, you have these people from Slovakia and stuff like that. You will see the mama, she has a baby in front. She has a boogie, 2 babies are there. And then she have a little girl too that will be walking. And whenever I see it, I always, like, if I'm with my girlfriends, I always tell them, like, this is crazy. They are running behind the children money, but they are not giving the children quality
attention,
caring, you know. So for me, I think sometimes it's selfishness.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not. It's
that's for this
selfishness.
part of the world that they pay children.
Yes, here.
For this part of the world that they pay children.
Let's go to Africa. Yeah.
Yes. You see, for this part of the world, I have a friend. When I came to Belgium 2017, I was working at Manus, Article 60, you know, new in the. I have a friend that came from Somali. He came with 5 children. As at that time, 5 children already. Before I finished my Article 60, he told me the wife is pregnant, that they were expecting another baby. So before I finished, they gave birth to the baby. So he went to to OCM to collect money to register the new baby. He told us, he said the woman there told him, it's this already. No, born again. Don't have another baby. The wife is not working. He's the only one working.
6 children in Belgium.
See, when we finished our Article 60, then I started working with Gemeente Edegem.
Yeah.
So he I think he found somewhere to be working, and later he stopped.
Of course.
So when we met, after like about 2, 3, 4 years, he told me, he's having the 7th one already.
No, you're joking.
No.
7.
I'm not joking.
In Belgium.
No, yes, in Belgium. He brought 5 from Africa. He had 2 already. By now, maybe he's having another one, 8. See, let me tell you people. He told me, he said government gave them house. I think in
I got scared.
was in St. Nicholas, he said they gave him full house when he was looking for someone to help them do kind of a bit of renovation because he knew then we also bought property close to where we were working. So it was like, oh, he doesn't know anybody that will help him. Can I refer him to someone or, you know, and I gave him somebody's number. So the person, when they did the job, he called me later, oh, they've done it already. I was joking, I was telling him, you people are 9 family now. You people don't even have space for 7-seater again. It will not be enough. He was just laughing. He said he later went to the woman to tell the woman they have another child again. 7. The woman was like, please, don't give birth again. By now,
I'm trying to understand.
By now, maybe he's even having more already.
Why?
Yeah.
You see,
But
you see the reason why it's the child benefits. A lot of people, they live on these things.
Please,
But I think now
Mama
they pay
Ruth,
up
please
to
remember your
3
question,
kids.
the thing you
In
want to say.
Belgium.
Yes.
Bro
They pay up to
Sefosa,
3 kids. Eh?
What can be up to 3 kids?
Bro
They pay-
Sefosa,
Yes, there.
when we say child benefits,
Yeah.
I want to know,
Yeah.
because maybe I will take the risk of having 8 children. How much are we talking about per child?
Do you want to start a new topic?
No, I just want to ask because you said a child benefit. Because I want to know the reason why I want to have 8 children.
Yeah, but the thing is,
Is it up to 8,000
the
per
system,
child?
the system
No,
changed.
for we are-
for
no,
we-
no. See, the
Divide
system
by 5.
it changed. I think 2000.
Divide by 5, 1,000.
Was
Yeah,
it 217
divide
or
by 5.
218?
One part.
No, 217 or 218. Normally, the way it was done, when you have one child, I think they pay you 95 euros.
Yeah.
When you have 2, they pay you about 100 something or 250.
As they grow,
Yeah,
eh?
it grows. It increases.
with the age and
Yeah,
school.
that was
Yeah.
how it increases. So
But
if
it
you-
will not
as
get to
at-
1,000.
As at that
No,
time,
for one child, no.
you know, as at that time, before they changed the law to every child 150 now, I think they say if you have the 4th one, depending on how many children you have, that's how it
Wait,
increases.
it's not even 150 per child.
per child. Yeah.
And somebody is having 8 or 9. If we are not
expect?
mistaken, 11 already.
Maybe by now 11.
Oh, wow. What
You
wrong?
understand? But there are other benefits. It said they gave them a house.
For free?
No, I don't know, social housing,
And,
but not
having, having like 8 child,
think
you don't have to
Blums
pay
one
belasting
also.
anymore.
Yeah,
You don't have to
even
pay tax
Zonda-
anymore.
No,
Zonda
you don't pay
Plus
belasting,
or
nothing.
You don't pay belasting
Nix?
anymore.
Blums
You
one
you will be
also.
having
Yeah,
it back.
you don't pay all those things.
Yeah, I know about Flams one, but you will
Yeah.
still pay. But it's a peanut money.
They will
Yes,
give you back.
yes.
They will give you
You
back the
don't pay
money.
belasting, nothing.
Yeah, the
Nothing.
belasting part, I heard it from 4 babies. They could
Yeah,
have
from
stopped
4.
at 4. What's stopping
No,
them?
he brought 5 already.
He
eh?
brought
They brought
5.
They could have stopped at 5.
Yeah.
Why will it stop when the money was just coming?
Ah, okay.
You see, a lot of some people from, I don't have to be
Whoa.
using names, most
Yeah.
especially Africans.
Yeah.
When they just come into the system, when they hear
Money.
child benefit,
How much is the money save?
you see
I
them,
want to know, but
they will just
yeah.
be giving, the children will just be coming, like rabbits.
And you know, they don't even take care of this.
And they don't take care
Yeah,
of them very
because
well.
the money is not enough. Let's be honest here. If they are giving you one, for instance, you're not working
Yeah.
and you're dependent on 150 per
Yeah.
child. Let's say you have 4 children.
This is-
So that's 600 euros for these 4 children, if I'm not
Yes.
mistaken. And then you have to not take from this 600 euros every month. Let's say forget the rent
They
now
won't feed
because
well.
maybe one of you is working to pay the rent.
Yes.
Then you have to not take from this 600 euros to build a mansion in Africa because that's what they
Yes,
are laboring
of
for.
course.
That's what they
That's
labor for.
mansion in
Of
Africa. They want
course.
to be landlord and landladies.
Yes.
So you not take from this 600 euros to go and build that your dream house in Africa. Ale, your child will be looking.
Can say, I never
okay.
wanted to leave the topic we are on. That's why I
Yes,
said we
that's
should
true.
not start
Okay,
this one.
so we're gonna
Yeah,
leave
first,
this.
before we go.
This-
You see this
We'll not leave you
this
today.
kindergarten.
Yeah.
A lot of people, they just think when you get the money, you enriches yourself.
Oh.
But
with 150.
you see, it will not be enough for you to take of those children.
I have seen the amount of pampers.
Is it
Yeah.
only Pampers?
It's
When
not
you go
forget
to
in
when you
Jordan
go to-
Pampers.
Because that's one
supermarket,
thing they use 3 times or more than
forget
5 times
If
Pampers.
you
a
have
day.
to feed only one child
Forget
3 times a
Pampers.
day.
Imagine if you have a child
30
who
days
has
in
a
a
big
month.
hunger, like
Yeah,
always
family
eating
of
and
10.
eating. Do you
Family
know
of
That's
10.
my godson. I feel
Let's
sorry for the
my
parents
children,
now.
my children, the 2 grown-up ones, the
Yeah.
8 and 4.
Yeah.
You see that 12 racks of egg.
Yeah.
If I want to make for them, I make 4
Mm.
in a day, 2 for each. That's for that.
Yeah.
You see bread.
Mhm.
When my first daughter, I bring bread and yogurt today. When she sits on it,
Oh, wow.
Although the good thing is you can also see it on her.
yeah.
You see it in her. Yeah, she's looking, you know,
Chubby. Okay.
not really chubby. You will tell, yes,
Ah,
she's
she
well
fits
fed,
well.
you know,
Yeah.
well fed. You
Mhm.
understand? So those are the joy. Not to talk of the clothes, the shoes.
Tell
Just
me about
imagine a
it.
few days ago now, they went out, her sandals got broken.
Yeah.
So the mother went to close by shop and
Mhm.
bought one sandal, says 50 euro.
Yeah.
How much is left for
You
this
see?
girl?
You see?
50 euro.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Mama Ruth, you wanted to say something or you've said it?
I wanted to say sometime too, it has to do with their belief too.
Yeah.
Because many years ago, I met a friend.
Yeah.
It was a man and he was having lots of children. I asked him like, why don't you put your wife on anticonceptive, family planning? And he was like, it's haram.
Of course,
It's against my
They will tell
belief.
you, yeah.
So sometimes too, it's not like the women has a choice.
Okay, but pulling out is not haram. He could have pulled out.
That one I cannot
Like,
answer
they
that
feel
question.
pull out.
Everybody can
I
pull
don't know
out.
if he pull out.
You be man.
But
You know,
sometimes, Sometimes you think you put that.
That's why I said
there's
I
something
cannot.
else- Yeah.
That's why I said I
Yeah.
cannot answer that question.
Okay, so that is not an option. Calculating your ovulation is not an option. So birth control also is not an option. Okay.
Yeah.
So they're just going to have the children that other people were supposed to have just because
So
they
they'll keep
cannot do
having
something.
children as it comes.
Yeah, until they hit menopause.
Ha.
Yeah, until
Yeah.
they meet menopause. It's going to be like
some
that.
of them, when they are 40, they also get belly.
Yes, now.
And then they stop.
Yes, now.
So now there are a lot of children out there in the street.
yeah.
And the question is, what's going on with the parent? Because from King Mish's page, these kids still have parents.
Of
You
course.
hear the mother even came. There was this one that had her baby and the baby died. I forgot, Aisha was her name.
I think
Yeah,
so.
she had her baby and the baby died. I felt sorry for her because she had to go through 9 months,
Yes.
then push out the baby,
Yeah,
then lose the baby. You know, which precautions could have been taken.
Yes.
Even if you are poor, there should be dignity. You know, like you said, you're not from a wealthy home. I will speak, we weren't so rich, but I have never ever tasted poverty. I am privileged to say that. My grandfather was working at the University of Benin.
Mhm.
He pensioned in 2004,
Mhm.
and then he went straight into farming. I became a granddaughter of a farmer.
Yeah.
So I had food, clothes,
Mhm,
name it. But one thing I had was my grandpa's discipline.
Yes.
Meaning, no matter how smart and sneaky you want to be, not under my roof. I saw my auntie still living under my grandpa's roof. So there was nothing that was going to ginger me to leave the house and go live with somebody. I have never lived with a man. I am married.
Yes.
But I have never lived with a man because it's not something that I have done. It's not something that I have interest in. It's not something that, because I find it like, how should I say, it's not something I'm willing to want to do. So why do I have this mentality? Because I had somebody install this
It's
in me.
mentoring you. Yeah.
My grandpa said, you want to get married? It's from my home to my aunties.
Mm.
It's not like he had the perfect children. No, my auntie got pregnant, had babies before she got married. You know, my mom, she had me before she got married. My mom was a single mother. My grandpa raised me after I lost my mom. But you see, integrity and dignity, my grandpa made sure he whispered these words and even screamed it loud to me. So that's why, till today, in my home, every of my aunties, being married and divorced or not married, they are still under my grandpa's roof because we were guided in this direction. That's why I'm asking, where are the parents? Where are these kids on the streets when they still have parents? There's somebody who should be responsible for them. Like they are 13, they can't make this decision. How can a 13-year-old child, even a 16-year-old child come to me and tell me, not even in Europe that you'll be like, there are laws that is guiding these
Of course,
kids.
yeah.
Like my daughter will walk up to me and tell me, Mama, I don't want to live under your roof anymore. I will put her on factory reset. I will set her immediately.
Yes.
Because what are you going to do in the street? You cannot even fend for yourself yet. You can do
Yes.
nothing. Some guy is going to tell you sweet words
Yes.
just
yes.
to lick you like stew
Yes.
and
take
then return
advantage.
you back to your parents.
Used.
Used
Okay.
and not needed.
I'm gonna answer that question. May I go first?
Yes, you can.
So the thing is, you know, some children, they are very stubborn.
Also.
Some, let me say, majority of the children you see on the street,
Yeah.
they came from a good home.
Oh.
But because of stubbornness, because where I'm from in Africa, in Sierra Leone, we have lots of cases like that where you see beautiful girls, they come from good family, but they always run away from the family. And most of the time, the parents go and find them, but it reaches a certain time, they get tired.
Yeah.
They'll be like, okay,
Because
this
they
is
will go
it.
back
This is
again.
our last stop. Like, if we go and take you from the street, you return again, we are not going again. And they will do it. And once the parent don't go and find them anymore, that's the time they will meet one man. And the rest, we know the rest. We'll just see pregnancy.
So because your child is stubborn, it's easy for you to give up on them.
Not
No.
everybody has patience.
But why do you have a child if you don't have patience?
I cannot answer that question, but I just know that I have patience. Like I said before, what I've been through, that's not something I want any of my children to go through.
Okay.
So that's it.
Thank
That's
you very
my
much.
opinion.
Yeah.
So, somebody want to say something?
As for me, I would like to add a little bit to what she just said.
Okay.
From the teenage girls
Yeah.
running away from home.
Mm-hmm.
Just imagine your child run away from home, for example. Do you think you can chase after them always?
But they
What
are
if you
always,
don't even know the location
Of
where
course,
they are?
that's
but there are
another
always
thing.
signs.
What signs?
Before a child will run away from home, let's be honest
Yeah.
here. Apart from we being Africans,
Yeah.
there are some parents that you think, oh, this child is from a good home. Those people, that home is so good and this. But have you stepped inside that house?
Of course, some are being maltreated.
Exactly,
Of
by
course.
their own parents.
Yeah.
And this is why they want to run outside. Like I said, you can be poor. If you're having Gary, make sure you people are having it together. I don't want to say give all the Gary to the children. Because you two, you need to survive. But if you're having Gary, make sure you all are eating the Gary together.
Yeah.
You also have to be a good role model for children to emulate. Because if you're not giving good roles, if your children are not respecting you, before when a child is stubborn, first thing they develop is disrespect. They lose respect for their parents.
I know.
Yeah, let's be honest, they lose respect for their parents, they talk back and they go back and forth with their parents. I know we're gonna say a lot of African children, we talk back. But ask yourself, what type of talking back are you talking back to your parents? Because in my own turn, my talking back is I'm saying it inside. I don't say it out.
Yes.
In my head, I'm having back and forth with my mom. But in reality, I'm like this.
You can't.
Yeah, let you talk about it.
And my leg is
That's
already
discipline.
standing at the door in case she wants to dive me so I can run out.
That's discipline, yeah.
So you see, that's what I'm saying. Because these kids are outside because they lost their role model, which is supposed to be their parents.
Can I quickly say something?
Not always,
please.
though. Not
Yeah.
always.
You see, sometimes we're talking
Not
about
always.
parents, leaving the parents, running away, everything like the music, you know. Sometimes these kids, some of them, they don't have parents.
I'm talking about the ones that have parents.
No, we're talking about the
orphans
pregnancy
too,
in general.
Yeah,
first.
but I just asked
No,
because most of the
no,
kids
I
said
know.
they had parents. That's what I'm
most,
asking.
but also some don't have. You understand? And okay, some also have fathers. You know, men now.
Yeah.
When they marry second wife, the second wife will come home and start maltreating this
Yeah.
children.
Yeah, true.
You know, it's the best option for them is just to run away and go and look for how to survive.
Like
I watched a video of a guy.
Yeah.
You see, when this what's this guy's name that played chess? There was a video he did. One boy
I've forgotten
interviewed
his
or
name,
something like
yeah.
that. Yeah, I've forgotten his name.
It has
also.
something to do with not David. I don't
No,
know.
I've forgotten his name.
Yeah.
He said one of the kids said he ran away because he was being maltreated. You know, the
Yeah.
best option for him was just to run away.
To be in the street.
You see, when you run away in that situation, mind you, your father will not even go looking for you. Because even if he wants,
Yeah.
he's having it in his heart to look for you. The stepwife will just say, if you bring her on this house, I will come out.
Yeah.
Okay, so
You
in
understand?
in
See, a lot of these children, they go through so many things we really cannot speak for on their behalf.
so
We see the pregnancy and then we might accuse them.
yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
Just seeing the pregnancy, we accuse them. Oh, this one leg not free enter one place. You know, you just dey open. But if some of them open their mouth to tell you the story behind it, you shed tears.
Okay.
You cry.
Okay, fair enough. So we agreed that most of the teenage pregnancy might be from mostly because they were raped and some of the time they ran away from home. And in conclusion, from my own perspective, I think the government is the least on the people on my list to be blamed for this. First, I would the parents very much responsible for this because raising a child is not easy.
Yeah.
It's not as easy as bringing a child to this world because pregnancy you can get if you're active and God bless you, your womb is open.
Yeah.
You can be pregnant if you're not protecting yourself. So raising a child up until 11 or 12 and then all of a sudden this child becomes a rebel, something is wrong. So parents should always pay attention to their kids. Don't act as if, oh, I grew like that. It's okay for my child to grow like that. Because these kids has emotion. And like I always say, children get depressed. And in Africa, they be like, wait till they don't see for life when they depressed.
Yeah.
But these kids are depressed. They have something they want to say, but they are always shut up because you don't listen. When they say something, you don't listen. You want to have the last say. I know they are children, they are under your care. There are some certain things for me, it's my say or no other say. And there are some certain things I listen.
Yes.
So I will be able to fix it if I can. So in all honesty and conclusion, parents should bet up with their girl child and also with their sons.
Yeah.
Because teenage boys are also impregnating teenage girls.
Yeah.
So we have to
That's
work
true.
10 times as hard as giving discipline, at the same time being a perfect, not so perfect, but a perfect role model for our kids, that our kids will want to look at us and be like, I'm proud of my parents.
Yeah.
So thank you guys very much for joining us on today's episode. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.